everyone, and welcome back to Zoo Crafting! I am Zookeeper Seri in top of a tree, which is totally where you should expect to find me at all times, because where else am I going to get my fix of leafy greenery than literally rolling around in the top of a tree? Thank you very much, Aster Seed. I highly appreciate your help at being able to do this. Also, there's a mountain goat! Or really, I should say a mountain sheep. Oh my gosh, look at how cute that little one is! I need to grab a name tag, and I need to dub that mountain sheep ASAP, and I also possibly need to name that mountain boar. I have been thinking more and more, no pun intended, because we just saw a boar. Okay, Aster Seed, if I'm already like up on the puns so early in the morning, clearly I am feeling fantastic. And I really am too, because I have been thinking more and more about the amazing animals of our zoo, and I would love to have more ambient animals just roaming around. Some of them we might have to add ourselves, but sometimes it'd be really fun just to kind of admire the animals that are already there. Like, look at that little boar. He is next to a bunch of berries. He's next to a tuft of grass. There's other varieties of grass right along the slope next to him. There's some herbs and more berries up there. He's even got an apple tree with a singular tiny apple. I mean, I think he's kind of got life set right there, and I would love just to leave him there and admire him for all our days. And come on, that's a great mountain sheep. It's adorable. Maybe we could make something special out of its wool. But anyway, actually, the reason why I'm up in a tree is that I read a really cool article about how waterfalls can be formed in places where there are not cliffs. And I actually got to thinking about waterfalls that we could add into zoo crafting. In fact, waterfalls that we could add as the result of glaciers that will be coming off of the Arctic zone. So that's what I have been thinking about today, my friends. I'm sure all of you have much more normal thoughts, you know, about maybe your cats, maybe some homework. Perhaps you're thinking about the socks that you need to fold, in case you're one of those very curious people who fold socks. I'm not judging. But yeah, so I read a really cool article on Science, the magazine, and it talked about how scientists were chasing waterfalls and trying to understand how this really cool waterfall formation called 7 Teacups, which is just the best name for a waterfall. We need to name our waterfalls. We need to name our waterfalls. Oh my gosh, Aster Seed, we definitely need to name our waterfalls. That is going to be happening, you guys. Like, we have a couple waterfalls back there that come off of Mushroom Island. I don't even know. Mushroom soup waterfalls? Ew. Well, as much as I love mushroom soup, that doesn't sound very, like, appealing. But we'll come up with some fun waterfall names. But in the article, they were looking at a waterfall section called 7 Teacups that is actually formed out of straight granite. They cannot figure out where this waterfall comes from, because normally waterfalls would form off the edge of a cliff. They would be the result of erosion over time, and this particular waterfall is what they call a self-made waterfall, which really intrigued me. Like, how does a waterfall make itself? But apparently what it does is, as the rain and just a little bit of water fill up the area in this basin along this granite cliffside, it has over time eroded away the section of the middle of this granite block just enough that it creates a waterfall that kind of looks like 7 teacup little waterfalls that appear not on the top of a cliff, not at the edge of a river, not with a little spring, but just kind of there in the middle of a piece of granite, which I thought was really cool. Now, we are going to do something quite that cool here, but I was thinking about our Arctic zone, which I definitely need to work on. And I was thinking, how amazing would it be to have waterfalls? Like, that would be so cool. That would add so much beauty to the side of the cliff. We would try very hard not to hit the sheep, for sure. And if you can't tell, I kind of like decorating with waterfalls. And this is a good example of a waterfall that seems to come off the top of a cliff. It definitely comes off the top of a cliff right here and cascades down into a river. So that's how you normally would see a waterfall. And that's kind of what these guys are going to look like, but that's not how the 7 Teacups look. Highly recommend checking them out. It was kind of an interesting little roadside read in the Science magazine. But anyway, waterfalls, pine trees, and cave systems. Those are my goals for our Arctic zone right now. So before I get ahead of myself, we might as well just start there. I'm thinking the first thing we need to do is make it so I can actually reach the Arctic zone. And right now, I cannot easily reach the Arctic zone, which is not going to help us with finding a home for that snow leopard. All right, Aster Seed, let's go ahead and show everybody what I'm talking about. Also, thank you for the many wonderful feathers, Aster Seed. I have no idea what I'm going to do with all of them, but I really appreciate it. So right now, the only way to get up here to the entire Arctic zone, which now that Aster Seed is back with us, you can see it's pretty huge. Like, I was really surprised when I flew on the back of Aster Seed and I was like, wait a second, this place is gigantic. It just keeps going on. Look at this. It just keeps going on. It has little normal cliff sides over here. You can see in the very far distance the bridge and the redwood tree. You can kind of see some of the Patreon jungle that I still need to continue to expand down here. That's going to become a really cool, very special little flower zone in the future. And then the edges of it, oh, another mountain goat, happy day. The edges of it, you can kind of see there's a little bit of a natural cliffside, which I would really love to explore more. It wraps around to another one of these huge, beautiful, absolutely stunning flower fields. Oh, Aster Seed. Oh, it's so pretty. I kind of want to explore over here, but we're trying to focus. And it does have a waterfall. Look at the mammoth size of this waterfall. Aster Seed, we need to name it like after a gigantic flower or something. This is so cool. Wow. That's like maybe the Bloomin' Waterfall? That sounds like a good name for that. The Bloomin' Waterfall. Oh, this is so fun. And it loops around. Eventually it connects up with the dark forest. But are you guys noticing any bridges or ladders that lead up there yet? Yeah, no. There's so far no way to get up to the top where we're gonna have all of our Arctic zone things. We've got a little river. How cool would it be to have a waterfall that cascades off the cliff so it looks like that's where the river comes from? And then we can follow the river, actually. I should make a little boating system, Aster Seed. Because if you follow the river, it comes over to this big lake. And you know what's on the other side of this lake? My giraffes! My beloved, wonderful giraffes who I adore so much. So, yeah, that would be really fun. I mean, look at this. It's a perfect lake. And it would lead up to the Arctic zone. And then you have the jungle zone over here. Nice. Yeah, look at this. Very nice indeed, Aster Seed. We've got some mushrooms. We have a big canyon that I've been thinking of filling with wild horses for a long time now. And a whole bunch of mountain pigs. You know what? Maybe they're just a variant of the mountain boar. I have no problem giving those mountain pigs some good names. That might be fun. A mountain pig, a mountain chicken. Maybe everybody who's currently on the mountain and has clearly been there for a long time can stay. And then there is a huge ravine that we have explored a little bit of, but I would love to explore more, and I would actually love to make a bridge into this, over the ravine, I should say, that could cut into the mountainside and lead up to the Arctic zone, because we are approaching the one and only entrance that we have completed so far. The loop has now finished to Mushroom Island. So this is currently the only way to get to the Arctic zone, and it kind of leads you straight into a slope of grass and mud and snow. But Mushroom Island, as you guys noted last time, is kind of tricky to get to because we built the Cathedral of Light and it's sort of blocking the path. So step number one, before I can add a snow leopard, before I can build a penguin like skating rink, before I can even go ahead and I can add some hot chocolate cabins, is that we're gonna need to actually make a way to get up here, Iris. Pine. I could have sworn Tate was with us. Tate? Tate! Okay, Tate may be back at the house. I've been really bad about mixing up my dogs lately, so I'm going to just reassure myself that surely Tate was with us, but since he's clearly not right now, he must be back at the house for some reason. I'll find him eventually. I swear I will, one of these days. But all right, Pine, are you guys ready? Wait, oh, Iris, I thought you just disappeared on me too, and I was about to have it up to here with the Disappearing Puppers Act. But yes, so there's no immediate path up here, but I want to do a whole bunch of tunnels, maybe some bridges, and I really think we need to have a easy way to get up and down the Arctic zone if I can expect guests to come, if I can expect to attract researchers to my facility. I think the barren wastelands, despite being filled with many wonderful, delicious plants, are not enough to convince anybody to come and work for me just yet. But if we're gonna do all that, Aster Seed, well, we need a goat, which may sound ridiculous, but I am so excited. It has been so long since I have done any mining in Minecraft, believe it or not. And when I realized that soon I would be just moments away from my pockets being even more filled up with cobblestone than ever, which is what happens when you mine, I realized I was in need of the Abba goats. The Abba goats that Junior has. So I swung over to the village, Zomberry Village, and I have now borrowed, my friends, one of Junior's goats. So in my hands here, I have the key to victory, the key to success, the key to making it so that we can tunnel our way up to the Arctic zone. This lovely nanny goat. Look at her. Look at her. Isn't she precious? She's precious and she is ready to get to work. So she is going to be our helper because, behold her powers, an entire stack of cobblestone. Please don't kick Iris. She didn't ask for that. Can you eat feathers? Do you eat feathers? Oh, you eat feathers. No offense, Aster Seed. I won't let her get too close to you. You can only eat feathers that are not attached to my chocobo. Oh dear, the goat is escaping. Okay, I promised Junior I wouldn't lose his goat, so maybe I need to kind of clarify. Phew, all right, there we go. Come on, goat. I don't know what to name you. Graveler, maybe? That actually might be a really hilarious name. I'm kind of tempted to name her Graveler, because apparently she is the best of the cobblestone chomping goats in the crew. All right, here you go. Thank you so much. Oh, look at her go. Truly a goat of magnificent power, and truly one of the ways that we are actually going to be able to dig a tunnel around here. The good news, at least... Oh dear, can I catch her without... Okay, don't eat this. I think she ate her lead. Okay, maybe I will need to make a fenced-in area for her instead of going ahead and actually trying to guide her around on the lead. Why wouldn't I think that a goat who can eat entire stacks of cobblestones for breakfast couldn't eat her lead? Don't know. Don't know. But when it comes to tunneling up to the Arctic zone, I actually have already started a tunnel a long, long time ago, and it's very pretty. It's over by the Peafowl Garden. All right, come on, Aster Seed. I know, you're doing such a good job. Here, we'll be careful. I know that you get a little nervous when we get into tight quarters like this. All right, hang in there, buddy. I'll be right back. But this is a little bridge that I made out of jade, one of my favorite of all of the gemstone materials. And it leads over to the peafowl garden right there. Oh, you can even see the eyes of a lovely peafowl. Hello, darling. Hello, you're so cute. Oh my goodness, and probably extremely loud still. All right, we really need to train our peafowl to be a little quieter. And it leads here into a small cave that we worked on a long time ago, where we have this harvest of ice planted by Kirsten. Oh, a beautiful transplant from the old world. Look at these ice crystals that are hanging from its beautiful blue leaves. A very rare specimen of ice tree with ice mushroom. I love it a lot. And we did tunnel out kind of a beginning room over here, and we were starting to kind of tunnel down. My goodness. We were starting to tunnel down and what? Did I actually end up going somewhere? Wow. Well, we may have to revamp this little cave system in order to explore it a little bit more. But I actually want to tunnel up. So our goal is to try to triangulate ourselves so that we can come inside and people can ooh and ah over whatever we set up down here. And then there's also going to be a pathway, probably more to the left over here, where I want to create a kind of spiral staircase with some rooms on the sides that will lead us up to the Arctic zone. Not the fastest way to get up there, perhaps, but hopefully we can have like little windows that will pop out and show you the view from the side of the mountain as we continue to rise. And hopefully as we continue to go up, we may even be able to add in extra exhibits. Like what if we could add in exhibits about the rock hyrax or other adorable creatures, or even just a section where we could talk about like how waterfalls are made. You guys! A glacier! We should build a glacier. Maybe we'll make an ice room so that we can get lots and lots of ice, and then I could get ice and snow and build a glacier. And we could have a whole glacier on top of this Arctic zone where the snow melt would end up creating some of the waterfalls. That would be so exciting! Oh my gosh, that would definitely be a lot of fun. But this is where we are going to start our work. There's so many places we could add waterfalls. There are so many places where we could go ahead and try to find other ways to get up to the Arctic zone. But you know what? This spot's pretty good. It's already kind of prepared. Do I even have any torches? I don't really have any torches. I should probably go ahead and just make a little fenced in area to leave Graveler, the goat, and probably get a name tag for Graveler while I'm at it so that we can go ahead and feed Graveler all this cobblestone because I don't know what else to do with it at the moment. Do I have any? Wow, I actually don't have any torches. Okay, so I think step number 1 is going to be a pen for Graveler, which can totally happen, like maybe right over here. I might even get some dirt so that she doesn't have to be, you know, feeling uncomfortable, because she is volunteering to help us out with this very essential mining program. I guess that's what the Abba goats are beginning to help out with. Excuse me, the Abba goats. That's better. They'd be quite offended to hear my atrocious accent. But other than that, let's see. So name tag for Graveler. Maybe some extra name tags if I have some more name tags and essence berries to name. Oh, look at the little boar! To name the mountain boar and the mountain goat, and perhaps some of the mountain pigs. Just so, well, maybe not the pigs. Maybe we'll just do mountain goats. I think the pigs are a little lost. I mean, his head is literally buried in the dirt. Literally. So I think he's kind of lost. Maybe we'll transplant him, transport him. Maybe we'll transport him to my farm at some point in the future. I almost feel like he heard my bad pun from over there. Oh, that's adorable. And then I need to bring down my puppers, and we're gonna get started over here. And Aster Seed, thanks to your help, we're gonna be able to make all of that happen. Yeah. So alright guys, those are the plans, and we are going to get to mining with Graveler the goat, and just kind of trying to take things slow and steady and go one step at a time to reconnect with the spirit of my home here in Zudesia. And I think it's going to be an amazing experience. So I hope you guys are ready for the adventure. Alright, so I will see you guys next time. I hope you all remember to stay curious, and bye!